Good morning and welcome to Markets Now. I'm Michelle Rook. While we do have some pressure over in the livestock futures this morning, grains opening mostly higher, corn flirting on both sides of unchanged this morning, and we are kind of position squaring here ahead of the WASDE report out at 11 o'clock here this morning. Corn market yesterday actually had a down day, and so we're seeing maybe just a smidge of follow-through selling pressure down about a half on the March. 673.5. The December contract is actually 1.5 better at 595. So you do see new crop gaining on the old crop. Market is still kind of watching what's going on in terms of Argentina. They do have some hot, dry conditions here in the near term. There is some rain in the extended, so both corn and soybeans look like they're kind of trading that, maybe more so in the bean complex this morning. And the meal market is also trading that. So meal is higher after a big correction yesterday. Meal is back up 440 this morning, and we've got soybeans trading higher, following up 5.25 at 1520.5 on that March contract. The July contract is 5 better, and the November contract's up about a nickel as well. Now, meal, like I said, is at 440, but being spread against soybean oil, which is down 29 at 60.60. We saw that meal oil spread flip back the other direction yesterday, where meal was lower and soybean oil was sharply higher following crude oil. So we corrected that spread, and I think that was part of soybeans' problem yesterday. As I said, we do have the WASDE report coming up. We're not anticipating big changes in terms of domestic ending stocks for either corn or soybeans. We are going to be watching Argentina's numbers closely. Average trade guesses have Argentinian production down on corn about 4 million metric tons from last month, and soybeans down about 3 million metric tons from last month. CONAB came out this morning. They did lower corn production in Brazil by about 1.3 million metric tons, and they actually raised soybean production by about 770,000 metric tons. Over in the wheat complex, we did open a little bit stronger there this morning, but right now we're trading about 3/4 lower in Chicago at 749. Kansas City wheat is up about 3/4 at 886.5, and Minneapolis wheat is 3 better at 920.25. Basically just seeing some intermarket spread trade and position squaring here ahead of the WASDE. Over in the livestock futures, live cattle and feeder cattle futures did see some profit taking yesterday. Live cattle made new contract highs before we saw that profit taking. We're seeing some follow-through selling pressure this morning, down from 2 cents to 25 cents here in the live cattle futures, and feeders are down anywhere from a nickel to about 30 cents lower as well. We did have a little bit of light cash trade yesterday in Kansas at 159, but not enough for a test. And market is anticipating maybe $1 to $2 better on the cash trade here this week. Now, in terms of the box beef cutout values yesterday, they did close up 15 cents on the choice with select up 361. Now, the hog market is mostly lower except for the February, which has to stay in line with the cash index. That's up a nickel, but the back months are down anywhere from 10 to 27 cents. So we're seeing some follow through pressure there. We did have a little bit of an update yesterday, but trend is really lower. And so that's why I say follow through fund liquidation. We are oversold, but with cutout values down 306, that seems to be weighing on the market this morning. The index was up about 22 cents coming into this session at 73.51, but Feb's going to go off the board here soon, and that leaves the back months at a pretty big premium with the futures to that index, maybe holding that market back. So we will have updates for you a little after 11 when the report comes out with Jim McCormick with agmarket.net. So join us on Markets Now at that time.